morning. Good morning. As always, let's start with 3 ohms. And like I said yesterday, the first 3 ohms before you begin, this doesn't apply towards the end of the class. The first 3 ohm is as long as you can, as loud as you can, so it helps eliminating the toxins. So that's the purpose. And as long as you can make the sound, that means you can breathe. So try and so in Omkaram, they give enough gap between the O, U and M. So all of them join together. So we don't say A, U and Ma because it's Akara, Ukara, Makara, but we don't say it that way. It's like you don't have different items in the recipe, you don't eat them separately. It doesn't make sense. You have to mix them. So Akara, Ukara, Makara are 3 concepts of Om. The A, U and Ma, but it doesn't mean you start with A and then make it U, and the whole poetry of Om goes away. So it is actually O. So make sure you have enough breath for as well. So as you breathe out towards the end, just continue on the till you can't say anymore. So that's a long, it helps in eliminating the toxins. Alright, 3 times. Sit up tall and straight. Take a deep breath in. When you run out of breath, because you are trying to make the sound loud, you'll feel your stomach pulling in and breath coming out. That is a real emptying of the lungs, which is why it makes it very powerfully. It eliminates your toxins. So let's try it one more time. 2 more. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Gently get up on your feet. We begin with the cleansing breath. We're going to spread our feet apart and rest on our knees, so you take the weight off your back. Remember, if your elbows are bent, that means you're still relying on your back. So lean on let your thighs and your arms take the weight. And we did this yesterday. Your mouth goes like this. The reason why we make it into a spout is just like think of a hose pipe. You need a hose pipe to get the water out further. So you want to breath out completely. And breathe in, and with a force go and then continue exhalation. I want you to do it 5 times. You can take a break in the middle, but let's do it together. At your own pace, do about 5 times. Breathe in and then go. It's okay if you cough, it's okay. Take a couple of breaths in the middle if you need to. Keep your neck relaxed. You can look down at the flow. That helps in contracting the lungs even more. Very good. Breathe out with force and continue the exhalation. Just 5 times. Once you finish 5, slowly stand up. But don't breathe in and out. Just out fully. Exhale and then stand for a few seconds with your eyes closed. Observe. There are always changes in your body after this. Just observe it. There's no don't expect anything. Simply observe. How did I feel before? How I feel now? Do I feel warm, cold? Slowly open your eyes. Let's begin the warm-ups. We always begin from the neck and go down. So begin with the neck, up and down 5 times. And if you feel your neck is stiff, you can always hold your neck like this, especially early morning. Up, drop your neck back, and down. That's 1. Up, down. That's 2. Up, down. That's 3. Very good. Up, down. That's 4. Loose and relaxed. Up and down. That's 5. The next exercise for the neck, you stand tall and straight. You don't move your shoulders. You're only moving your neck. Look to the left. Look to the left and look as far back as you can. Don't tilt your head back. Keep it straight. You can even use your right hand. Push your chin a little more. Like this. Don't tilt your head back. Keep it straight. And you do this. Hold it there, breathe in and out, and relax. Very good. And then your shoulders straight, turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the right. Make sure especially be conscious about your left shoulder. If you want to add a few more inches to your twist, just use your left palm, fingertips, push your chin a little more. Make sure your head doesn't tilt back like this. Keep it straight and come back. Alright, the next one is simple. Rotate your neck clockwise. Once again, if you feel your neck is stiff, hold your neck with your fingertips. 2, breathe in and out. Keep your eyes open. If you feel giddy, you'll have a point of reference. 3, not too slow, not too fast. Just whatever is comfortable at your own pace. 4 and 5. The other way. 1, 2, loose and relaxed. 3, loose and relaxed. 4 and 5. Very nice. Excellent. Interlock your fingers, place them behind your head, elbows forward, shoulders relaxed. Now make sure your elbows are like this, not like this, because this tightens your shoulders. You want it loose and relaxed. Now back straight, press your chin into the chest, into the chest, hold it there, breathe in and out. Feel a stretching in the back of your neck, straight back. A few deep breaths and then come up. Press your chin to the right side of the chest. When you do that, the right side of the neck is getting stretched. Press it into the chest and come up to the left side. And come up. Very good. And then we move on to the shoulders. Fingertips on your shoulders, elbows forward. Now let's do this together, because what happens is if you're a little less mindful, then what happens, you start opening up this thing like this. Then it kills the rotation. So you go straight up first, so the elbows point straight up to the ceiling. And then imagine a wall behind and scrape the wall behind, so as far back as you can. That's 1. Go straight up and then open out your elbows. That's 2. Very nice. Go straight up and then open out. That's 3. Go straight up and then as far back as you can. That's 4. Very good. Go straight up and back. That's 5. Very good. You don't have to frown so much. You can smile a little. Let's go down. Down and all the way up. and come back. I know it was not my favorite until recently. Let's go all the way back, come up and then come down. So it's a conscious full circle. 3, 2 more, all the way up and down. That's 4, all the way up and down. That's fine, very good. Now since your arms need it, let's rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, loose and relaxed. 5, let's go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Alright, feet apart. Arms swing side to side. You can begin from the left. 1 and 1. Watch my foot, it also turns as you go back. 2, 2, you're looking back. So it's a mild spinal twist. 3, 3, 4, just loose and relax. 4, good, good. 5 and 5. So you can even with your elbows bent like this. The idea is mainly for the spine and a little bit of stretch for the pectoral muscles. Okay. All right, interlock your fingers. Rotate your wrists clockwise, loose and relaxed. Loose and relaxed. Counterclockwise. Up and down. Hold your right wrist. Now you don't want to hold it down, hold it right to the root. Shake your wrist. This reduces any chance of you hurting your wrist. Close tight into a fist. Stretch fully. That's 1. Close tight into a fist. Stretch fully. That's 2. Close. Stretch. That's 3. Close. Stretch. That's 4. 1 more. Close. Tight. Stretch fully. That's 5. The other wrist. Shake it loose. Close tight into a fist. And stretch fully. That's 1. Close. Stretch. That's 2. Close tight. Stretch fully. That's 3. Close. Stretch. That's 4. Close tight. Stretch fully. That's 5. Alright, you can interlock your fingers. Give your palms a little bit of a massage. Pay attention to these things. Just give them a little bit of attention. And that's it. And then we come to the waist. Feet slightly apart, hands on your hips. You're going to rotate the hips clockwise. 1, 2, loose and relaxed. You can't go wrong with this at all. 3, more than focusing on your shoulders, move your hip in all 4 directions. That's all you need to do. Join these 4 directions into a circle. 4 and 5 the other way. 1, 2, 3. These kriyas are so important because it establishes your conversation with the body. 4 and 5. It also brings to your frontal lobe of the brain anything that you want to remember in case of weakness and imbalance in your body. You just keep it in your memory. All right, feet together. Support your lower back with your hands like this. And watch my elbows is flat out, so now I want to squeeze my shoulder blades, so I bring my elbows as far in as I can. And my chin is going to be down in this exercise. I want to be conscious about this. And in this position, I'm going to bend my knee slightly, drive my hip as far out as I can, and then straighten the knee so the pressure comes on your lower back. Feet together, almost locking your knee in. Chin is down. Don't look up at the ceiling. Look straight ahead. If I can look at you, you should be able to look at me. And then come up, stand up, and then rub your lower back. Bend your knee slightly, drop your hands down, and begin to straighten your knee again. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. You don't have to go all the way down, only if you can. This is simply a warm-up. Neck is hanging loose, stretch. Now bend your knees and come up again. Very nice. Let's do it one more time. Support your lower back with your hands. Bring your elbows, squeeze your elbows in, bend your knee. Drive your hip forward, look straight ahead, straighten your knee now. Feel the pressure on your lower back. But your hands are supporting it, so it's safe. Don't look up, look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. And then gently come up, rub your lower back. And then bend your knees and drop your hands down. And now once your hands are down, begin to straighten your knee. Just mildly stretch your hamstrings and your lower back. And then bend your knee and come up again. Excellent. Excellent. Now comes the exercise for the thighs. So if you're close to a pillar, otherwise go get close to a chair or something. We're going to take support If you need to, we're going to stretch our thigh all the way. So hold your right or left ankle, it doesn't matter. Drive your heel into the glute. For those of you who are not using the wall, try holding it with both your hands. You want to try the heel, drive the heel into the glute, stand up tall and straight, and raise the knee as far back as you can. Raise the knee as far back as you can. Good. As you do this, don't separate the knees, keep it together. Raise it, stand up tall and straight. Again, don't bend forward like this. Feel the stretch all the way into the center of your knees. This is a great exercise for your knees. Come down. Very nice. The other one. The other leg. Hold on to your ankle if possible with both your hands. Stand up tall and straight. Raise the knee back. Don't separate the knees. Keep them together. Raise your thighs back. Feel the stretch. And come back. Nice. Now you can continue leaning against the wall for this. Interlock your fingers. Place your palms under your thighs. Knee back and forth. Exercise for the knees back and forth. Back and forth. Sideways. Now slowly as you practice this, begin coming away from the wall a little bit. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ankles. Now only the ankles. Rotate. 1. Slow and steady. 2. Do it with control. 3, 4. If you have a paintbrush in between your toes, you should be able to draw a circle. 4 and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hold your ankle. Hold your toes. Stretch your foot. Just feel the stretch right here in this ankle part. Feel the stretch. Come down. Very nice. The other leg. The other knee back and forth. Loose and relaxed. Loose and relaxed. Sideways. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ankles alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your ankle. Hold your toes. Stretch your foot. And come down. Fantastic. Let's come back to the mat. For those of you who moved away. We'll sit down. And all of us have done this. We're going to hold either the top of our knees or under the thighs, whatever works for you. Keep them separate. We're going to rock back and forth. So from here, make sure you breathe in and out as you go all the way back and up. Very good. Very good. Just 4 to 5 times. That's good. That's good. Alright. And then let's do this exercise together, the lying spinal twist. So remember, when I lie down and I turn my knees to one side, make sure you move your hip a little bit, and then you move so your head and your hip should be in the straight line. Okay, so lie down. Let's do it together. Lie down. Bend your knees. Place your feet close to your glutes. Stretch your right hand out, palm facing down on the floor. And move your hips slightly to the right and bring your knees down to the left. Curl your knees up to the chest. With your left hand, press your knees down and turn your head to look towards the right palm. Try and open up the shoulders, your spinal cord, all the way. Now in this position, hold your stomach in, breathe out, hold your stomach in, breathe in and out through the right lung. Let your chest move. Your stomach is, try and hold your stomach steady. And gently come back. Very nice. Let's try the other side. Stretch your left hand out, palm facing down. Move your hips slightly to the left and then bring your knees down to the right side. With your right palm, press your knees down. And gently as you breathe out, open up your shoulders and look towards your left. Breathe out, pull your stomach in, and as you breathe in and out, try and do that to the chest. Make sure your chest moves when you breathe in and out. You don't have to move your stomach. and relax. Come back. Let's sit up. So I told you the first, so once we finish the kriyas, this is a warm. The conversation has begun. Now I take the conversation to more subtle. Now I'm going to watch every pose, even slow my movements even further. In other words, get into stillness in every pose. That is why it becomes asana. From kriyas it becomes asana. So the first asana we do is vajrasana. And I told you vajrasana is where toes are together, heels are apart, and you sit like this. Now for many of us, this is what is called a yoga bolster, and I strongly recommend, if you are seriously going to practice yoga, you're considering it, this is a worthwhile investment. A good bolster and a good mat is really good. You have another bolster as well, that's also very good. You can bring it, I can show both. So how can you use the bolster for those of us who have even slight knee problem or sharp pains? So when you sit on the bolster, you can, thanks. So there are many kinds of bolsters. This is a little flattish one, but this can also be used. So when you can keep the bolster in between your knees, spread your knees apart and sit. So this has got almost very, very less stretch on the ankles. Okay. Now when you can start with this. If this is tough, you can start with two like this and sit like this. So it doesn't mean it just means you're being safe and be careful about it. So slowly as you progress, what you can do is you start moving the top bolster back. Now your knees begin to touch the ground, see? And then you move on to one bolster. And then as you get to practice, you can keep moving this bolster away, get the knees a little closer, you'll feel the knees. So within a matter of 2 months, 3 months, you should be able to sit. And you can. But I'm just going through 3 months as like something out there. It's not going to take you 3 years definitely in that context. But it could take 4 months for some people, it could take 2 weeks for some people. It all depends on how every day you practice. So this particular practice for your knees and ankles, you throw this in your living room, keep it in your living room in front of the TV. Why? Because even after food, just before you relax in the sofa, say, oh, you know what, I'm going to watch TV for a little bit in Vajrasana. Just simply sit like this and watch TV for a little bit. This is not yoga, but at least you'll get your flexibility in your knee and ankle in place. And then before you realize, because that can hold your attention much better than me. So suddenly in 10 minutes, you'll say, wow, I'm actually sitting 10 minutes. And then you get up and go back into your sofa and relax. But so this way you will be able to sit and your knee and your ankle becomes a lot more flexible. Okay, so this is just for this exercise, but this bolster is so good as you go on. So don't say just for this I want to buy this. It's not only for one exercise. This is like an asset for many exercises to come. And it's a very, very safe way to learn back bends and so on and so forth. So it's a really worthwhile investment. I strongly recommend this. If you're more into, that is also very good. That's more flattish and broad. So either of this, these bolsters are good. I'll send the link to Mahesh. It's available in Amazon. It's just that there are so many of them, you'll get confused. So I'll send you the ideal size. It's 10 inch in diameter, and it's I think 24 inches or 26 inches. There are bigger ones, 28 inches broad and 10 or 12 inches diameter, the biggest ones you want. So that's about $40 or something. So this is really worthwhile. And it's a zip for those of you who love to be near the washing machine all the time. You can even wash it, but I hardly have to. If it's your personal one, unless you're sweating real bad, you really don't need to wash. So I can't guarantee the color goes or not. So that's why I wanted to show you. It's a very good thing. But otherwise, you can start. Just for today, let's start a few minutes in the regular Vajrasana. So sitting in Vajrasana, the first thing we do. Oh yeah, you can grab this. Some of you can try this and see how you feel. You can even put a bolster on top of that as well. All right. Now sitting in Vajrasana, the first thing you do is Initially, just place your left hand on your stomach. You breathe out, pull your stomach in, hold your stomach slightly in. When I say pull your stomach in, very mild. It's called mild Uddiyana Bandha. You perform a lock gently and then use the chest. So you can even place your right hand on the chest. In other words, we're activating prana. You're holding the stomach in and activating the prana, the chest. And then gently bring your hands down. Breathe and raise your hands up, interlock your fingers. Now this stays, that means once you establish this, you don't lose control of this. If you remember, turn your palm upwards, drop your head back and lean back slightly. If you tend to lean forward, lean back. So your arms are just by the side of your ears, elbows are straight. Now in this pose, reach out to the ceiling, lengthen the spine from your waist and up. Lengthen the spine, make it an active, intense stretch. Breathe and expand your chest. Breathe out, stretch the spine. Stomach pulled in. Breathe and expand your chest. Breathe out, stretch the spine. And then gently, hands by the side. Come down slowly. So this is not one of those lazy stretches. This is an intense stretch. This awakens. You hold, like we explained before, we want the energy start moving upwards, feeling lighter, energetic. So this is what is established with that. Then you open your knees. You're going to crawl forward and lengthen the spine. So place your palms on the floor. Again, you take the weight off your back by doing this. Palms will be shoulder width apart. Okay? And then you crawl forward. Try not to raise your butt from your heels. Try to keep your butt on top of your heels. That's not very easy, but then you're activating the hip flexors. Go all the way down. Rest your forehead on the floor. And as you do this, if your hips come up, try and gently push it back. Slowly. Lengthen your spine. Hands stretched out. Don't rest your elbows on the floor because then you tend to become lazy. In this position with your forehead pressed on the floor, again pull your stomach in and see if you can breathe in and out through the chest. You'll feel the back of the lungs, the sides of the lungs being more active. Keep your stomach in. Don't let your stomach fall out. Hold your stomach in. Gently crawl back. Crawl back. Crawl back. Always take weight here so there's no pressure on your lower back. Okay? And then come back to Vajrasana. And now since we were sitting like this, the next step we want to do is come up, come on your toes. Come on your toes. Sit up tall and straight. Put your weight on your heels. Let your butt rest on your heels. And rock side to side. You rock side to side. I'm like this, I want to rock. So now you can feel your toes. Your weight settles on your toes. So you'll feel it's like a massaging your toes. And that's it's a good way to tone those muscles. Because these toes go to sleep every time we put our foot in the shoes. Whether you run or walk, it really doesn't matter. And then if you can, raise your knees up and see if you can balance. Hands on top of your knees. Again, pull your stomach in. Few breaths. Breathe in and out. So you're simply activating your feet at this point, but also engaging the prana. Hands on either side of the floor. Now you may have noticed as I got up, already my feet are hip width apart. So if it's too close, just adjust your hip, make sure they're hip width apart. In other words, just exactly each heel is under each of your glute, basically. Why? Because from here, so I just wait for a second here. I did Vajrasana and I finished, I came up. This is the basis of Virasana, so I do Virasana. And then from here, I'm going to get up, let's get up, into Tadasana. So you're not making any unnecessary movements here. Feet hip width apart, feet parallel. If you need to make those slight adjustments, with practice, you will not make any movements at all. Hands by the side, shoulders relaxed, breathe out, pull your stomach in. Now here, for Tadasana, take your left hand to the back, And if there's a curvature in the back like this, right hand on your stomach. If you feel the curvature, thrust your hips slightly forward. This movement is what you need. Very slight. I'm just exaggerating it so you all can see. You don't need to do this. It's just a very slight curve, and the lower back becomes straighter. So in yoga, that is important. We've got to learn this, because in sun salutations, when you go up, this is what holds your back. And then drop your hands back. Once you establish that, so you'll feel your thighs coming forward a little bit, thighs tightening a little bit. That's okay. But with practice, you will learn to straighten your spine. Hands by the side. Close your eyes. Shoulders relax. Now with your eyes closed, shift your awareness to the bottom of your feet. Let your extremities talk to each other. Let the brain communicate with the bottom of your feet. The skin under your feet. Feel the texture of the mat that you're standing on. Observe and see if you can shift your body weight equally on both your feet, right foot and left foot. Is my weight a little more towards the right heel? If so, how can I shift it to the left? By moving your hips ever so slightly to the left, or vice versa. Maybe it's towards the heels and not towards the toes, so observe it. There is always room for fine adjustments. This is where a conversation becomes very subtle. Fine tune into the body. And then once you feel you're getting it, search for the stillness of a mountain. And that's why this is called the mountain pose, Tadasana, because of the quality in this pose, which is stillness. Gently take a deep breath. As you breathe out, slowly open your eyes. Very nice. And from here we'll do Uttita Tadasana. Raise your hands up. This is again to establish a sense of balance, and also physically tones your muscles and your feet. Feet are still parallel, hip width apart, palms facing up. Gently breathe and come up on your toes as high as you can. As high as you can. And hold it as steady. If you lose and go back, come right back up. 2, 10 counts. Breathe in and out. 3, see if you can keep your stomach pulled in. Now use your chest to breathe out. Feel it. 4. It's easy to breathe through the chest in this. 5, breathe in and out. Very good. Very good. 6, on your toes. 7, should feel your toes a little bit on fire. 8, breathe in and out. That's good. Like I said, you can smile, it won't kill you. 9 and 10. Come back down into Tadasana again. Into Tadasana. Close your eyes. Now you'll feel your feet alive. So shift your awareness to your feet. You can feel your toes, the balls of your feet, the heels of your feet. Once again, distribute the body weight equally. You'll do much better now. Once again, find the stillness of a mountain. That search for the stillness goes in every pose. We establish it right here. And that's why it becomes asana, pose. Gently breathe in. As you breathe out, slowly open your eyes. Excellent. Now we shift our weight to the left foot. You're going to raise the right knee, interlock your fingers, and raise your knee towards your chest. This time I won't tell you to go near the pillow. So you're going to try and balance. This is where you begin to exercise the muscles. A sense of balance is so important. Balancing pose is a cornerstone in yoga. If you feel the mat is a little wishy-washy, come to the floor. I always like to do this on the floor. And watch, my back is straight. I don't do this. I'm going to get my knees to the chest rather than the chest to the knee. So back is going to be straight. Stomach pulled in. Chest breathing in and out. Balance. Very nice. Now place your left hand on your hip. Right hand continues to be on the knee. Open up the hip. Balance. Open up. Again, knee as high as you can. forward, come back into Tadasana. Hands on either side. Once again, keep establishing Tadasana back. Just takes about 10 seconds each time. Stomach pulled in. All right, open your eyes. Shift your weight to the right foot. Raise your left knee, interlock your fingers in front of the left knee. I could come around, but I have a camera in front. I was strictly instructed to stay here. Like a dog, they said stay. So bring your knee up to the chest rather than your chest to the knee. So your back should be straight. If you have a mirror at home, you can try out like this. Not like this. Knee to the chest. And right hand on your waist. Open up the hip. Some of you will feel your glutes tightening as you do this, but that's the whole point. Now, stomach in. And come forward. Come back into Tadasana. Hands in either side. Stomach pulled in. Establish the mountain pose again. Excellent. All right. Having done this basic, because these are all bases of opening up the. Now these are the practices that you go later on. You start practicing like this. You stretch your feet like this, or you hold like this. You go out. You go out, stretch like. All this opens up, but it all comes as practice. So once you get this balance steady, then you start practicing the tree pose. And maybe we'll touch upon the tree pose itself, because this is also something you can practice. So we're coming back to Tadasana before we go to Sun Salutation. Lean once again. Now that we did this and this, come back. Lean on your left foot. Raise your right leg up as high as you can. Now where you can go wrong is placing your heel against the knee here. Do not do this. This is a no. Below is okay, and above the knee is okay. The knee is not meant to be pushed sideways, right? So don't push it on the side. And otherwise take your heel ideally as high as you can. Digging into the upper inner thigh. Open up the hip. Join your palms together. Establish a sense of balance. Again, stomach pulled in. Excellent. Now, for those of you who feel balance, turn your head to the left and look to the left. Hold the balance. Look to the left. Very good. Look straight ahead. Look to the right. You see how we challenge the balance? Look straight ahead. Look up at the ceiling. Look straight ahead. And for you real yogis, close your eyes and balance. So now this helps, even the mild vertigo, it helps, because now I have no reference point. So I can close my eyes, I'm completely communicating, my brain is communicating to the bottom of my feet. So every single muscle is exactly firing neurons in the brain. So this motor and sensory nerve is kept alive. You'll never lose balance. And if you can balance so well in your body, not only are your little muscles getting strong, all that is the physical side, but in a psychological sense, whether you're asked to look to the left or right or up or down, a part of you will stay grounded. In other words, a part of you will always stay deeply grounded wherever you want it to be grounded. If you want it to be grounded deep in your spirituality, a part of you will always be grounded. You will not lose balance when you look to the left or you look up or if you close your eyes. So at points in life when you're so confused, you will still not lose balance. You'll be able to hold that steady. That is the idea of train it from the body. Let it become a real experience for the mind and the brain to understand, okay, this is what I understand by balance. Now can I take that and apply it? You won't even do it consciously. All this happens unconsciously. That's the beauty of yoga. So even if you don't remember anything that I said, it still is very, very powerful. That's why I teach it to all kids, irrespective of whether they're hyper, ADHD, all of this problem is attention deficiency. But when you ask them to balance, they are like focusing. Imagine how much attention they have to give. So right away, they are learning to balance.
Sai Ram,
okay?
to start with, at least if I am losing balance in doing this.
So do it near a wall.
No, can you start with this for balancing for quite some time, like this?
You can. It's not wrong. But ideally you start, because at one point you're going to let go of your feet.
With the
So
support I can.
So what you do is, if you're learning this, let me get a chair here. One good way to learn. This chair could be a wall. This chair could be a wall in front, or it could be a dining table, or it could be a kitchen cutting table. Okay, you're cutting vegetables. Yeah, always look at the ladies. I don't know why. Sorry, because I don't cut vegetables. My wife has spoiled me. So if I'm standing, anyway, for the exercise point of view, I'm in Tadasana, and I can use this for confidence and for support. And so I'm not leaning on it because this is flimsy, but once I'm here, I feel a little more confident. Support. So think of this as, I need Swami for support. So I look to the left, I'm losing balance, hold on to him. Get support. Now, okay, good. I look to the right, hold on to him. So this gives you a sense of balance, and you learn to balance no matter where your attention is drawn. Now here's a powerful exercise, and I want to explain it as it is now, so just bear with me if it takes a minute. Our mind follows the senses. So in my meditation, in deep spiritual yoga practice, you separate the mind from the senses. So how do you practice that? In Vrikshasana, right here. What is happening when my attention goes here, my mind tends to follow my eyes, which is one of the most powerful senses. So when I look here, my mind goes that way, its whole body leans that way, and that's why you lose your balance this direction, correct? So what you're doing now here is, let the eye go here, but let the mind stay here. So you're separating the mind from the senses. So the mind learns not to follow the senses. So in your meditation, you'll have kids running, you'll have anything happening, same manner you will say, detach from the ears, detach from the eyes. Don't worry. Let the eyes keep looking. Like sometimes you have the glazed look if you're the students or when you're talking, you know they're not here. Their mind is somewhere else. So they're the real advanced yogis. But the point is here, you consciously train to let my eye go here, but my mind will stay here at the bottom of my feet. And most of the balancing exercises teaches you that. And so you challenge the balancing exercise, even when you do Uttita Tadasana, right? Once you are here, look to the left. See if I can maintain balance. To the right. I'm doing left and right the other way so that you will, and then you look up, balance. And then holding here, the last challenge to balance is, if there's no point of reference, I have to close my eyes, can I hold the balance? So that's always a challenge. And you're never a master of it. Why? Because if you didn't have a proper sleep last night, if you didn't have good food or something upsets you, you will notice it reflecting in your balance. This is how you automatically become, at a subconscious level, you begin correcting your lifestyle. Because you want to get balance. You say, maybe I should sleep better, then I'll feel better. You know? So something for you to consider. It makes yoga very interesting. And sometimes very humbling as well. Okay. Having said that, let's start sun salutations. So, come to the front of the mat, because all the action takes place behind you. We've done this yesterday. For some of you who've come for the first time, just go with it step by step, and you will know how we do it. And now, if you are finding it difficult, you can always use a chair and do this exercise. So instead of going all the way down, lean on the chair. And keep the chair on the mat if you can, otherwise it will slip out when you're putting the weight. Okay? So feet will be hip width apart. Tadasana. The Tadasana stays throughout. So hold on to the Tadasana throughout. Feet hip width apart. Join your palms together. Stand up tall and straight. So there are 12 mantras. The mantras are again, there are sounds in Vedanta. There are sounds that was discovered that directly tunes into the energies of the cosmos. Okay, so for the sun, Ra is the energy of Agni. That's why this is Ram. In chakras, you have the Bijakshara. For this chakra is Ram. This is where the digestive fire is. So this is Ram. Ram, Ra, Ram. Ram is the sun for Aryaputra. So from the sun. So Ra has a lot of energy in it. A lot of energy, power and vitality into that sound itself. That's why in Vedanta you don't have gods. The sound itself is the god, the mantra. When they say Agni, the Agni is in the sound itself. So Ra has got energy and vitality. So the mantra Bijakshara for the sun is Ram. So the Ram with a H attached to it. So you're going to allow the wind to come along with, from your mouth. So it is not RAM, it's HRAM if you want to spell it in English. So Hram, Hrim, Hroom, Hraim, Hraum, Hraha. So the energy, Raha, Ram, you'll feel the energy from here, from the digestive fire itself, begins to awaken. So sun salutation again is a great thing for any kind of acidity and all that also. In fact, it's best for everything. We will start the mantra here, and I will share all the 12 later on, and you can email it to everyone. But the first one is Om Khram Mitraya Namaha. Mitra, we all know Mitra if you know English or Hindi, sorry. Mitra is friend. So we reach out to the sun as a friend. The first thing you want is friend. That's why first thing in the morning when you reach out to the friend, the first time the friend sees you, you're not going to say, oh gosh, I don't want to look at you. You don't. But yeah, but look at what we do in the morning sun. The first time sun comes up, we pull the shades or we don't want the sun in. At least for the first few minutes in the day, this is my mitra. Why would I turn my face? The morning sun won't kill you. Later on, yes, it gets very hot. You'll say, you know what, I enjoyed your company in the morning, but just give me a break now. Okay. But early morning sun is mitra. Open your heart and welcome us as a friend. And that's why the early morning sun is very, very good. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you allow the sunlight to shine on your skin, then you get a lot of vitamin D. Alright. Join your palms together. Repeat after me. Om Ram Mitra. No, let me finish the whole mantra and then repeat so that we're not sure. After me. Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. Bend your knees, raise your hands up, go as far as you can. Ekam. No. This is not mantra. I'm just counting in Sanskrit. That's a good one. Okay. Bend your knees, come down. 2. Bend your knees, place your palms on either side of your feet. Now bend your knees nicely. Place your palms on either side of your feet so your toes, your fingertips, all of them are in one line. Your palms don't come in front of your feet on the side. And then take your right foot back. Take your right foot back. Place your right knee on the floor. Turn your toes out. Now what happens is if I don't take it too back, watch here. If my knee is too close, my back is hunched. So I take my knee a little more back. So then I drive my hip down. I look up. Look up, very good. And then 4 push-ups position. Chatur Anga Dandasana. Chatur Anga. Only 4 parts of your body are on the floor. Your 2 feet and your 2 hands. Dandasana, you're like a pole, a staff. 4, 5. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So bend your knees, drive your hips towards your heels, drive your chest towards your feet, lengthen your spine, lengthen your elbows, drop your head down, relax. 6, all the way down, Sashtanga Namaskar. Knees, toes are on the floor already, knees, chest and chin on the floor. You don't want your hips on the floor, so don't fully collapse. And turn your toes out, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Come up, turn your toes out, and no, elbows are off the ground. Turn the elbows off the ground like this. Yes, come up. Elbows are tucked in. Your navel doesn't leave the floor. The belly button stays on the floor. And then turn your toes in. Go back to downward dog again. Stretch. Your knees can be bent throughout in downward dog. Lengthen your spine, that's more important. And then we took our right foot back to bring your right foot forward again. All the way to the front where you started off. Now if it gets stuck halfway, take your right hand and bring it back to the front. Your left knee on the floor, toes pointed out, look up. Then bring your left foot back. Left foot to the front, again Tadasana. Don't get your feet together. You started like this, get your left foot back. Palms on the floor. Now begin to straighten your knees and simply stretch here. Feel the stretch in your hamstring here. Don't come up. Simply stretch if you can, a little bit. And then bend your knees. Raise your hands up all the way to the back. and come back into Tadasana. Very nice, very nice. So the next Bijakshara mantra is Hreem. So it's Hram, Hreem, A, I, U, I, Au. So it's simply like that. It's all the vowels. So Hram, Hreem. This is Hreem. It's Hreem, Ravaye Namaha. Ravaye is the one who is splendorous, who's bright, who's illuminating. So join your palms together. Repeat after me. Om Hreem Ravaye Namaha.
Om Hreem Ravaye Namaha.
1. Bend your knees, raise your hands up, look as far back as you can. 2. Come all the way down. Bend your knees, place your palms on either side of your feet. 3. Take your left foot back this time. As far back as you can, place your left knee on the floor. Turn your toes out, drive your hip down, look up. 4. Push-ups position, Chaturanga Dandasana. Body parallel, don't raise your butt too high. 5. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog, raise your butt up. Lengthen your spine. 6. Come all the way down, Shashtanga Namaskarasana. Knees on the floor, chest on the floor, chin on the floor. Your hips don't touch the floor. 7. Turn your toes out, come up, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Don't raise your belly button off the floor. So don't come all the way. 8. Go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here your feet are still hip width apart. 9. Bring your left foot to the front where you started off. All the way to the front. Very good. Very good. Your right toes pointed out. Look up. 10. Come back. Feet hip width apart. Now begin to stretch your hamstrings a little bit. Hasta Padasana or Pada Hastasana. And then bend your knees nicely. Raise your hands up all the way. Bend back. And come back into Tadasana. Very, very nice. Very good. You just do 2 more. Join your palms together. Now this is Surya. Surya means one who awakens you to activity. Like when your friend comes in, immediately, oh, you're come, you get excited, right? So that's the idea. Surya wakes up, he wakes you up he rouses you into activity. Surya. It's repeat after me. Om Hroom Suryaya Namaha.
Om Hroom Suryaya Namaha.
Raise your hands up, bend your knees, bend as far back as you can. Ekam, I'm just counting in Sanskrit. Dve, bend your knees, palms on either side of your feet. 3 knee, right foot back, right knee on the floor, look up. Chatwari, push-ups position. 4. Pancha, 5, downward dog. Shat, 6, all the way down, Namaskarasana. Knees, chest and chin. Sapta, Bhujangasana. Ashtau, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Nava, right foot forward to the runner's position. Very nice, very nice. Grab your foot forward. Turn your left toe out. Even if for a second, get into the right position. Dasa, Pada Hastasana. You're stretching your hamstrings a little bit now. Ekadasa, bend your knees, raise your hands up, go as far back as you can. With your knees bent, your press, thighs take the weight. Dwadasa, come back into Tadasana. Lovely. One more, one last one. Join your palms together. I don't know, I'm just getting the mood now. Sorry, don't worry. One more. This is Bhanave Namaha. Bhana is like, Bana is arrow. Like streaks of light he sends out, like the rays of the sun. So you're meditating on the rays this time. Ram, Hreem, Hroom, Hraim, Hom, Hraim, Bhanave Namaha. So repeat after me. Om, Hraim, Bhanave Namaha.
Om Hraim Bhanave Namaha.
Bend your knees. Ekam, go as far back as you can. Dve, come all the way down. Bend your knees, palms on either side of her feet. 3 knee, left foot back. Toes pointed out. Knee on the floor, look up. Chatwari, Chaturanga Dandasana, push-ups position. Pancha, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shat, all the way down, Namaskarasana. Sapta, turn your toes out, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Ashtau, again, dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nava, left foot forward, where you started, right knee on the floor, right toes pointed out, you're looking up. Dasa, bring your feet back into Tadasana position, stretch your hamstrings, Pada Hastasana, yeah. And then Ekadasa, bend your knees, raise hand up, Uttita Tadasana. And Dwadasha, come back to Tadasana. Stand in Tadasana, feet hip width apart. If you're a little out of breath, then catch your breath. Otherwise, pull your stomach in, go back into your chest breathing. Establish that stillness once again. Gently take a deep breath. As you breathe out, open your eyes, come down slowly. Let's sit down. So the beauty of sun salutation practice, yeah, it's a warm-up, it'll help you loosen your body, get flexibility, all that is there. But I'm talking of the real benefit in yoga, is when you practice stillness. You would say, but sun salutation, I'm constantly moving. Yes, but in each pose, you will look for that stillness. Eventually, the stillness will be there even though your body is moving. See, that's where it makes it a powerful exercise. You will experience stillness even though you're moving. In other words, when that becomes your core practice, when you begin to experience it in the mat, then throughout the day, wherever you are, whatever pose, whether you're asked to do a bhujanga or this, life, days throws you at different positions. Think of all that as different poses. You will always experience stillness because you're practicing it here. So in Tadasana, still. Namaskarasana or Anjali Mudra, I say the mantra. Then I experience a sense of stillness in each pose. So, you don't have to close your eyes and do this, but keep your eyes open initially. But then eventually you will get into a state of meditation, a meditative exercise. You will experience stillness even though your body is moving. And stillness of course is a mental concept. Your breath will be there. And so once you overcome the initial breathlessness and 3 times you're like, oh, I need to catch your breath. But in a matter of 2-3 months, I guarantee all of you here will be able to do 10 or 11 poses. So try with the 12 mantras, at least try and get 12 into your routine. So after 3, stand in Tadasana, take a few breaks. In the middle, if you want to take breaks in sun salutation, where you take a break. First, of course, is here. You take a break, and then you take a break in downward pose. When you're in this pose, you can pause. So here you pause, downward dog pose, either while you go in or come out, you can always pause and then come back up. So again pause for a little bit, catch your breath, say another 3. So you can do sets of 3, sets of 2, right and left finish, I want to pause. Another right and left finish, pause. So you have pause like this and you do, it's about 20-minute practice maximum. And you'll be able to squeeze 12 very soon. I worked with a 78-year-old woman who was so excited she wanted to do it. I said, Amma, you're going to be with me. I guarantee you 90 days you will do it. But I'm not going to push you. I want you to do 3 today. She said, but others are doing. I said, yeah. But she was quite heavy. But I worked with her. In 90 days she was doing 21 sun salutations with the rest of the class. Of course she was not fancy in a pose, but she was up, down, stretching her knees, getting up, going up. So she was actually moving. and she had Alzheimer's and all that. Everything started improving almost right away. People started saying, how come she's remembering our names now, she's remembering phone numbers, she's not repeating the same conversations. So the amount of, it's not a blind belief that, oh, what is this crazy thing that I'm reaching out to the sun? But there's something else. You're establishing connection with which is very real. I am connected to the universe. All I'm bringing it to my conscious mind, that fact that I am connected, I am not isolated from the universe. We all know that, right? If we cut all the trees today, we're going to die tomorrow. The amount of carbon that will kill us. And that is exactly the connection we're trying to establish. So reaching out to the sun is reaching out to his vitality, reaching out to him as a friend, reaching out to him. So all this mantras, the Ram, Hrim, Hrum, is that what establishes the link directly, bringing that energy, and you go through life with that vitality and energy. That's what the sun salutation is. So if you understand that in practice, it becomes a very powerful spiritual meditative practice. And therefore, incidentally, you will get flexibility, you will get strength, you'll tone your muscles, all that will come. Your back problems will be fixed, knee problems will be fixed. Don't focus on that. The more we focus on the devil in the closet, the more he seems to be real, and the more it becomes real. I know it's hard to believe when you really have a physical problem, but focus on the strength of your mind and the strength of your thoughts, and the body begins to slowly reflect that. Okay, so something for you to think. All right, now comes our favorite. We'll do Yoga Nidra. So we can shut off the lights. If one of you can shut off the lights, the others can stretch out. Lie down on the floor, hands on either side of your body, feet slightly apart. Your feet are not very wide apart, not too close, just slightly, hip width apart. Same Tadasana principle. Hip width apart, hands on either side of your body, palms facing up or down, it doesn't matter. Keep your eyes open, look up at the ceiling. We're going to mindfully close the eyelids, because once you close your eyes, you're going to activate your mind. In other words, you're going to focus. The entire exercise is purely a mental exercise. Think of it as an exercise. Treat it as an exercise. There is nothing mystical or magical about it until the very end, but otherwise simply use it as an exercise. That way you'll learn to stay alert. This is not an aid to help you fall asleep. In Shavasana, which is the name of the pose, Shava means corpse, as opposed to Shiva, who's alive. Shava Asana. You're lying in a corpse pose. Your body resembles a corpse. Your palms could be facing up or down. Try both ways and see what works best for you. But what you practice in Shavasana is what makes it yoga. And the practice is called Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep. It's a prelude to deep meditation, where you teach your mind to observe the body, to free itself from the clutches of the body, as it were. So you begin to experience truly that you never have been and never will be limited by the physical limitations of your body. Take a deep breath. As you breathe out, close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, shift your awareness all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Feel the toes of your feet, the ankles of your feet. Wiggle your toes, flex your ankles. This is perhaps the last time you will physically move your body. Feel life in them. And then gently withdraw this awareness, allowing your feet to go to sleep. Shift your awareness above the ankles, below the knees, to the shin bone in the front, the calf muscles behind. Feel your calf muscles resting on the mat. Allow these muscles to sink into the ground. Let go. Let go. Kneecaps, top of your knees, sides of your knees, the back of your knees. Observe the slight arch behind your knees. Allow your kneecaps to collapse into the floor, rendering your feet below loose, limp and relaxed. In Shavasana and Yoga Nidra, you learn the art of letting go. So let go. Let go of the body. and watch the body sink into the earth. If you can let go of your body, you can let go of anything in life and not be stressed. Shift your awareness to your thighs, your upper thighs, your inner thighs, the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. These are your largest, strongest group of muscles in the body. Allow these muscles to just collapse into the floor. Let go. Observe your two legs like two large trunks of a tree just going down into the ground. In Yoga Nidra, you're not trying to make anything happen. You're not expecting anything to happen. You're simply letting go and watching the body. Nothing new. In fact, you're getting rid of something. Dropping the body, as it were. Lightening the load on your mind, as it were. Shift your awareness to your pelvic region. Feel your glutes resting on the floor, your waist, your hips, and let your entire pelvis sink into the ground. As you begin doing this exercise, observe the body becoming heavier and heavier and the mind slowly becoming lighter and lighter. Observe two different energies, one going down, one rising up, as it were. From the waist and below, right up to the toes of your feet, your body is loose, limp, and relaxed. Surrender your body to Mother Earth. Allow gravity to overpower you. Let Mother Earth embrace your body, as it were, yield to her embrace. Shift your awareness to your lower back. Relax the muscles of your lower back. In yoga, the lower back resembles the unconscious, subconscious mind. And we carry a lot of baggage, perhaps through lifetimes, good and bad. And as you relax these muscles of your lower back, allow these thoughts, this baggage to simply vaporize. Let the mind become light, clean. So you begin to write your life anew, as it were. Let go. Simply let go of the past. Shift your awareness to your upper back. Relax the muscles of your upper back. The large portion of your back behind the chest. Feel all the points of contact between your back and the floor. Through these points of contact, feel gravity pulling you down. Go with the flow. Remember, the mind is alert, awake, watching this experience. Simply being a witness. You are a witness in watching your body drift into the earth. Shift your awareness to your shoulders. Relax the muscles of your shoulders. And let your awareness flow into both your arms, right arm, left arm. Biceps, triceps, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers. Let go of your fingers. You observe how alive they are. You can move them in a fraction of a second. Let go. Let go of your fingers. Let go of your arms. Let your hands become heavier and heavier and heavier. Gently shift your awareness to your abdominal muscles. Observe these muscles rise and fall as you breathe in and out. Take your awareness behind these muscles into the body. Tune into your vital organs. These organs work incessantly, 24/7, 365 days a year. Slow them down. Stomach to the left, liver to the right. Spleen, pancreas, kidneys deep inside. talk to your body, listen to your body, feel your body from within. When you provide this short, undivided, mindful attention and engage in this mindful conversation in silence, when you do this, the innate intelligence from within your body once again surfaces. And it is the same intelligence that orchestrates the universe. And therefore healings come. Healing is but natural to your body. Allow it to happen. Shift your awareness to your chest. Relax the muscles of your chest. Take your awareness within. Allow your heart rate to slow down. Allow your pulse rate to drop. Allow your blood pressure to fall. Allow this to happen. It doesn't matter if you don't feel it. The body is trying to listen and obey. And with practice, like with any other exercise, this biofeedback mechanism will slowly fall in place. The body slips into a deep state of rest. And as the body sinks into the earth, the mind arises, freeing itself from the clutches of the body, as it were, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Relax the muscles of your neck and let your awareness flow into your face. And you relax every single muscle in your face. The most familiar part of your body. Lower jaw, upper jaw relaxed. Lips are gently closed. Tongue within is relaxed. The mouth is relaxed. Your cheeks are relaxed. Your nose is relaxed. Your ears are relaxed. Eyelids are gently closed. Eyeballs are relaxed. Eyebrows are relaxed. Relax your forehead, the seat of all your thoughts and incessant thinking, the frontal lobe of the brain. Relax. Allow the chemical reactions, electrical impulses in your brain to slow down. Slow down. Your thoughts slow down. From the top of the head to the tips of your toes, your body is deeply relaxed. Your breathing is calm and subtle. Your mind is quiet, almost still. This is a glimpse into yoga, inner harmony, where the silent rhythms of your pulse, breath and thought are in sync, in harmony. For the next few seconds, as you enjoy this harmony in silence from the inner sanctuary of your spirit and stillness, allow these silent rhythms from within you to merge with the cosmic rhythms of the universe. Let your consciousness expand into a space which has no boundaries. Where consciousness begins to expand, embracing one and all. That let rhythms from within you merge with the rhythms of the universe. Think of the planets rotating around the sun in a rhythm. Think of the waxing, waning of the moon, cyclical seasons, changes. Everything in the universe seems to be breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in into existence, breathing out of existence. Birth and death of stars, galaxies. Become one with the universal breath. Gently Take a deep breath. Slowly bring awareness back into your body. Move your fingers, move your toes, bring your feet together gently. Slowly raise your hands over your head. Interlock your fingers and stretch. A lazy stretch. Turn your body to the left if you wish and stretch. To the right and stretch. Come back. Rub your palms together. Rub the palms of your hands together. Rub your palms together. Cover your eyes with your palms. Feel the warmth of the palms on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. And when you feel ready, get up gently, feeling fresh and relaxed. You can roll to one side as you sit up. Sit up, sit with your eyes closed. We'll end the class with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sit up tall and straight. Take in a deep breath. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. We'll meet again in about half an hour back here.